Welcome to Hoardganize with professional organizer Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares her expertise and compassionate approach to help you deal with overwhelming clutter. Rachel?
Hey, collectors. Welcome to the Hoardganize Podcast. I am your host, professional organizer Rachel Seavey. And today's topic is what happens when everything brings you joy. And this is based on a very popular book that's out. First off, I would love to thank Marie Kondo. I think she's wonderful. I know she's done our industry a huge service. She's brought a lot of attention to excess clutter in people's homes. I've personally read her book. I think there are a lot of great concepts and think it's a beautiful approach to the things in our life. And this approach might work on some folks. It just doesn't seem to work for my clients. Most of my clients, as you know, have a lot of stuff. And most of the items my clients have bring them joy. And that's actually part of the problem. When everything brings you joy, what do you do? When your love for number two pencils feels the same as that love for that old sweater that you wore on your first day of work 35 years ago. And it also feels like that same love for, gosh, anything cat related, all crafts, hands down, any magazine, all books. You love books. Don't feel alone, collectors. Maybe it's just not the right method for you. As I've said many times before, conventional organizing methods don't work on people who are chronically disorganized or have hoarding tendencies. And I am not saying don't read her book or don't try condoing your closet. All I'm saying is when you find yourself just moving things from one side of the room to the other because everything brings you joy, you might have yourself a quandary. And that's okay. I have 3 tips to help you with this coming right up. My guess is if your house is really cluttered, the way you fold your socks or talk to your belongings doesn't matter. It might just take time away from your real issue. And the real issue is you want to keep everything and you just don't have the space for it. The real issue is you have trouble making decisions, so you default to keeping anything. So, my dear collectors, along with the question of asking yourself if an item sparks joy, I ask you, in addition, to ask yourselves the 3 following key questions. Hold up that item and ask yourself a very important question. Hold up that item and give it the 3rd degree. Yes, it might bring you joy, but ask yourself, do you have space for it? Do you have room for it? This is space in your home, not so much space in your heart. Yes, a lot of items bring you joy and you have space in your heart for them, but can you afford to lose the actual space in your home that you desperately crave for, that this item is taking up, that so many items are taking up, and you just want to move freely? And when you envision your home in the future, when it's organized, are 92 pairs of shoes in it? I mean, all 92 bring you joy, girlfriend, but are they really going to be in your organized home in the future? Do you see them all there? Sure, you love the idea of having so many shoes, but honestly, they take up space in your home. They literally take up space in your home. And the whole reason you're listening to my podcast is because you want to make space in your home. You want to create a home that you love. So let's not take a step back, collectors. Do you have space for it? Do you have room for the item in your home, even if it brings you joy? The second key question that I want you to ask yourself, beyond it sparking joy and beyond you having space for it, it's a very important question when it comes to excessive clutter. Can you access the item? Sure, you might love scissors or bags or cleaning products or QVC or whatever it is, and you do have space for it. I mean, technically, if things aren't floor to ceiling, you have space for it. And believe me, I've seen people climb up on ladders to stack things all the way to the top of the room. So, you might have space for it and it brings you joy, but can you access it? If it's behind a bunch of other things and you can't even reach it, is it truly bringing you joy? The third question I want you to ask yourself about all of those items that spark joy in your heart: am I keeping this item based on fear? I talk about this a lot. Please refer to other podcasts if you need a refresher. But I mean, briefly, what do I mean by this? What kind of fear? The fear of needing it someday and you won't have it. The fear of being destitute. The fear of being wasteful. Deep inside, do you secretly want to donate an item, but you're afraid that it's the wrong decision? A decision made out of fear is the wrong decision. I hope this makes sense. Not only should an item bring you joy, you should have space in your home for it. You should be able to access it so you can use it and enjoy it. And you don't want to keep things because you're afraid of making the wrong decision. So many of you want to live organized lifestyles and so desperately want a home where you can easily find everything that you love. And it is achievable. I know it's achievable. I've seen people achieve this. The thing is, it's like with trend diets and trend organizing methods, trends in general. I mean, sometimes they don't really work for everyone. We all know deep down inside that if we eat less and exercise more, we're going to lose weight. But we're always looking for a diet that will get us there quicker. You know, we hear that meat and cheese on top of meat and cheese in between mayonnaise is healthy. And so what do? We pile it on our plates, no carbs or whatever the popular thing is, and we're all over it. It's easier, and you get to eat unhealthy food, and you call yourself dieting. So what what do I mean by this? I love to compare dieting with organizing. It's, don't spend all weekend folding your socks and thanking your belongings and getting absolutely nothing done and then feel like you're getting organized. It's just like eating that heart attack waiting to happen meat, cheese, mayonnaise thing I described earlier. Just like eating healthy and exercise are the keys to losing weight, getting rid of clutter is the key to getting organized. I'll say that again. Getting rid of stuff, even if it sparks you joy, is the key to getting organized. If you're not getting things out of your home to the donation center to be discarded of, then collectors, you're really just moving stuff from one area to another. And this is what we call churning. And churning can be very frustrating. It's exhausting. Churning can eat a whole weekend up of your life that you're never going to get back, and you're exhausted, and sometimes your house looks even worse. I can't say it enough, collectors. If you aren't getting things out of your home, whether it be a gift to a friend or a trip to the donation center or, God forbid, the landfill, whatever it is, if stuff isn't leaving your home, you've just put in a great deal of time and energy into not getting the result that you truly desire. Be brave, collectors. Even if an item sparks joy, get rid of it. Your goal is to have less clutter and to live a more organized lifestyle, not to churn and move things from one area to another. Defy the odds, collectors. Step up and start getting rid of clutter, even if it sparks joy. And I challenge you. No, seriously, I am challenging you right now. I would love for you to take a picture of something that brings you joy, but you're going to get rid of it. I'd really want to know. What's it going to be? Is it going to be reusable bags, stationery, clothing, toiletries? Let me know. I absolutely love hearing from you. And thank you so much to all of the wonderful people who've reached out to me over the last few months. I got an especially nice voicemail last week from a listener. Thank you so much. Your encouragement is is why I do this. Sometimes I'm exhausted. Right now I'm sunburned today. What is this, Sunday the 16th? I'm on the ragged edge here at 5:30 recording because I submitted my final paper for my coaching certification today. So I love you guys. When I hear from you and I hear that my work encourages you, it just makes me push through whatever I'm going through and get something out for you guys because I do think about you all the time. If you are listening to this on YouTube, collectors, make sure you're subscribed. Click that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Until next time, collectors. And remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
Do your collections create pain, depression, and anxiety? Do you find yourself adding to your possessions but never releasing anything? Rachel Seavey's Affirmations for Collectors MP3 download contains positive statements created specifically for people who are overwhelmed with their collections of items and belongings. For more information, visit collectorcare.com.
This has been Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. New episodes are available every Sunday at 6 p.m. and also on the Collector Care YouTube channel. Download Rachel's Affirmations for Collectors on iTunes or Amazon.com, or sign up for Rachel's blog at collectorcare.com and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living. Thanks for listening.